Welcome, comrades and gentle comrades, to another great episode of Podcast TWOW, starring me, Val, and also some other guy.
Wow, I guess I'm a little more important than some other guy, but sure. But hi, yes, that was Val.
Hi.
I am Mint. We're back with the prompt episode of Podcast WoW.
We actually managed to get people. This is it. They're here. We have like 30 people listening to us, and now we need to deliver on all of our promises.
Oh no, I don't know if I can do that, but we'll see. Yeah. How are you doing today, Val?
I'm doing all right. We had to start the podcasting a bit late, but we are starting the podcast now, and I am feeling raring to start talking about a bunch of inane things.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty great. I'm in my stuffy closet, my computer on top of my dresser, and the microphone shoved into one of its drawers. Yeah, we're vibing.
I'm just in my basement. I bullied my whole family into staying quiet. If they speak up, then hey, welcome to the show, my family.
Amazing. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna be hot and sweaty the whole time, because this is the only quiet place in my house, and my parents refuse to listen to my pleas for their quietness.
Speaking of hot and sweaty Mint, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's submitted fan art so far. We do have a fan art channel, and I really appreciate all the fan art we've had. Keep them coming, especially now that I've said that.
God, no. This is going to inspire very many bad things, and I do not appreciate it.
My job is to inspire bad things. I am an evil muse.
I see.
All right, now, I do have a few things that I would like to address. First of all, there have been a lot of people who have said that they want to be on the show. Like, freaking, we start a podcast. We bring this to you. We're like, hi, I'm gonna do a podcast. You're like, cool. Can I be on it? That's my shtick. You can't take that from me. No, you can't be on the podcast if you ask. But if you didn't ask, we may just like randomly put you on the podcast because that's how we roll. Mr. Dell, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Dell.
Mr. Dell, unmute. You are on the podcast now.
Yo!
Okay, get out of here.
There you go.
That was our first guest of the show. That will probably be our only guest of the show. So to answer your question, yes, you may be on the podcast, or you were able to be on the podcast, but not anymore.
Amazing. Well, that was a great first guest appearance. I'm really looking forward to the non-existent future appearances, and yeah.
I'm now very confident in my interviewing skills. I think I really coordinated that discussion properly.
Yeah, with master interviewing.
So, do you want to get to a few questions, or?
Yes, let's get to the listener questions. All right, do you want to read off the first one?
Sure, we got a pretty good amount of questions. We got some good ones in here, but there's one that I've been particularly interested in asking you because I know you haven't taken a side in this debate yet, and I think it's finally time. A question from Salt Rock Mint: is Chuck E. Cheese a restaurant or an entertainment center?
I've been there like once. It was for my sister's friend's birthday party, and I was forced to tag along. I didn't eat anything because of how bad it looked. It's an entertainment center at best, in my humble opinion. Like, the food there, it looks so bad. I don't know. I could not bring myself to eat it.
I was hoping that you would say that because I was really hoping you would be wrong so I can be right on a podcast in front of you and make you look even worse. Now, Chuck E. Cheese is a restaurant. It does not have to be a good restaurant to be a restaurant. The food may be bad, but the point is that they serve food. During the quarantine, they have closed the entertainment and have operated as a restaurant.
Yeah, well, now they're just shut down entirely.
I got an ad earlier that said like from Chuck E. Cheese, like, we're still open. Like, I think those words exactly. They are really trying to get me back to their Chuck E. Cheese for some reason.
Okay, I heard that they went bankrupt, so that's very conflicting.
I cannot have made this up. This has to be a real thing. Like, I'm sure I saw it somewhere, like Chuck E. Cheese just begging me to return to them.
Come
or I have
back
really weird
into
dreams.
the thralls of the cheese.
Hold on, let me look this up. Like, Chuck E. Cheese, we're still open. This I really hope this is real. I don't want to be the person that dreamt about Chuck E. Cheese begging them to come back.
The Mandela effect in full action.
Chuck E. Cheese's website says, yeah, reopening for games, birthdays, and fun. Find open locations now. They have like the Charles cheese with like the pizza like shirt looking absolutely terrible. Yeah, they're totally open.
Huh. Alright, well today I learned that Chuck E. Cheese did not go bankrupt.
Never doubt me again.
I don't know about that. You know what I am going to doubt though is Legend's question. Are you real? Val, are you real?
I certainly hope so. That I have always considered myself a reverse solipsist. I'm pretty sure everyone else is real. I punch them, they go ow, but I have no evidence that I'm real. I certainly hope I'm real. You're real. Am I real?
I feel pretty
Okay.
real, so I'd say yeah, you are.
Thank you. That's very reassuring to
I
hear.
mean, and as Rene Descartes, I think that was him, once said, "I think, therefore I am."
Well, the internet once said no thought, head empty, so that kind of introduces a problem into that one.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. Um, I guess that's something we have to ponder for next episode. But
Well, if we don't want our heads to be empty, I have a thought for you. How much
yeah.
wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Asks Cactus.
I don't know. Or the wood. This depends on several factors, like how sharp are the woodchuck's teeth? Are they like serrated or some shit? I don't know. But like, there's several factors that can influence.
Like what? They're chucking wood. That's an arm activity.
What? Okay, now I'm picturing woodchucks with these just like big beefy arms, just like uprooting a tree and flinging it into a river. It's great.
I mean, isn't that what the question's about? Like that's how the round goes. It's like it's wondering like could a woodchuck hypothetically like lift large amounts of lumber and then just toss it?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it does depend on how buff the woodchuck is.
Do woodchucks have to exercise? Like where do they get like the arm strength necessary for such a task?
I don't know. Maybe they do like handstands while they're sleeping or some shit.
That sounds very metal. I kind of wish I were a woodchuck now so I could do something like that. When I'm sleeping, I just like I just like lie there like a board.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably closer to like a roly poly because I can like find myself waking up at 3 a.m. and my head's at the foot of the bed and my legs have gone over the back end.
I mean, I definitely so I start lying as a board, but I think I'm a lot more like a laundry machine. Like I like throughout the night I'm just like rolling and rolling like at a slow speed while ominous humming plays.
Yeah, no, that's probably a better way to describe it.
My room is just a mess from all the times I've just whacked into things as I'm like flinging around in my bed.
Yeah, although like being in weird positions is a lot harder when you have like a cord tethering your face to a set point on the floor. Thanks CPAP machine.
Yeah, that'd do it. I wish I had something to prevent me from just like turning into a calamity that like wreaks havoc on my room while I sleep.
Val be like, I wish I had sleep apnea. It is pain and suffering, and you will go through like
Okay, well,
4
when you put
months
it
of it.
that way, it sounds bad. But like, I just mean I wish I wasn't like a tumbleweed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe I should like have a seatbelt.
Sleep belt. That's an
Yes,
invention.
not yet. But if you support my Kickstarter, I am asking for $50,000. If you grant me this, I will bring sleep belts to every bed in America. You're not one of the Canadians, right?
What if I was? Huh?
You're not, though, right?
I'm not.
Excellent. I will bring sleep belts to every bed in America. I also might give some to Canada if they ask nicely. As a stretch goal, if I get $75,000, I will make flame pattern sleep belts that look really cool. If I get $80,000, I will also make stripy ones.
Dang. That's quite the pitch. I might have to support that with my 2 cents.
See, that's the thing. If you support a sleep belt, it'll support you. That's our tagline.
That's a great slogan, actually.
Welcome to Patently Stupid Podcast. I'm your host, Business Bandit, and today
Today we're driving me insane.
that's just every day.
I guess you're right.
You don't really need my help.
Well, no, I do need your help, but you don't need your own. Like, you just kind of do it instinctually.
Wait, I don't need my own help.
You don't need to go out of your own way to pester me, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, yeah, that's like that. That's why this works. That's the whole thing. I just like antagonize you, like as a career, as a lifestyle.
Amazing.
What is your opinion on the current TWOW meta? Asks Navy.
Ah, um, gosh, this is such a weird question. It's just, it's very reliant on verbosity now, which I was kind of fairly good at to begin with. But gonna be honest, I've definitely had some disappointing rounds where I've submitted a shorter response that's still really creative, and it just gets like downvoted to all hell. So I mean, I've been a little disappointed, but overall, I guess I'm fine.
It sounds exhausting, like putting effort into TWOWing. Like when I see a prompt, I wait until there's 5 minutes until the deadline and then just say the first thing that pops in my head. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. TWOW meta, all I know is that sometimes I put an exclamation point at the end.
Yeah, I was an avid semicolon user before it became hip, so that's right. I'm one of the OG kids.
I just use semicolons in life. Like
Yeah.
the day I discovered the semicolon was the beginning of an era of just destruction and wanton misuse of punctuation
Hmm.
and winky faces.
When did you start using like the emojis with the greater than, less than symbols?
Actually, I stole them from a friend I know in person, and then I we were looking back through our DMs at this, and she didn't remember using them. But like you can like if you search up like those punctuation, you can see the exact like point where she just stopped using them and never used them again, and I started using them even though I hadn't before.
You thief. But yeah, I started putting like, or especially when talking with people in the TWOW community, I started putting like eights in front of my smiley faces, the goggles on my book.
Okay, Vriska.
No, they're separate from the eye.
Yeah, but like you have an 8 theme now. It's your thing. It's okay. You can accept it. Vriska, like you're a cool character now.
Oh gosh.
This is the path to validation. This is the path to happiness. You must become Vriska.
Oh no.
The other path to validation is, as Mr. Dell asks, will you be accepting guest voice actors? Which is a very interesting way to put it. I like the cut of your jib. Perhaps the path to validation is voice acting a character on this show.
God, are we gonna like get so traveled into this that we have like characters that each of us just make up that we have to have other people voice because it's just confusing otherwise?
Have you seen my like anything I've made? I have like 10 characters that are just alternate versions of me.
Yeah,
Although I suppose it would be kind of weird to have like Business Bandit be voiced by like Mr. Dell.
it kind of seems like a power move, and honestly, I like it.
And when you put it that way, actually, I agree. Although it would also be sort of terrifying to have a character that's me be voiced by someone that's not me, because then that means I have to hear them like talk.
But it's also you. Okay, yeah, that is kind of weird.
I don't want my characters to escape into the real world. None of them are good people. Not like me. The thing that makes my characters characters is that they do not have the level of polish and perfection that I bring into every single one of my interactions. The idea that I could not do that is pure fiction.
Huh. Well, let's see. What's another good question? ACN asks, "What is your spirit fruit?"
Plums.
Why is that?
I just had one this morning and I liked it.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair reason.
How about you?
Probably like a nectarine. Like stone fruits are where it's at in terms of like flavor and stuff. Honestly, pluots are my favorite fruit, but I'm really vibing with nectarines right now because I had one yesterday that was very delicious. Yeah.
You just said a lot of jargon, and of it, I only understood the word nectarine. Could you elaborate on like everything else?
What? No, I had one yesterday. It's just very like fruity and vibrant, which is what I aspire to be as a person. Unlike a peach, it doesn't have fuzz, which represents my lack of facial hair.
God, I wish that were me. Well, okay, but not now. If we're putting thought into it, we're just going beyond favorite fruit. I need a spirit fruit.
Yeah.
Fruit. Assign me. What's my fruit?
What is your fruit?
What's the best fruit?
What's the best fruit?
If we find
Your
out the
spirit
best
fruit is like a
that's
what? I was gonna say, I think your spirit fruit is kind of really a mango, which is one of my favorite fruits and probably objectively one of the best.
that's true.
It's tropical. It's got a green theme generally. Um,
You can also prepare them in many different ways, which definitely maps to my like amazing range.
But yeah, mangoes are just like aesthetically pleasing. They're exotic. Yeah, I guess that's you.
Yep, I can see it. I can see it. I'll replace my book soda with a mango, slap a face on it, maybe add some electricity arms. That's me.
Yes.
Okay, now speaking of spirit fruits, Salt Rock also asked, "What fruit would you feed Spirit the Wild Horse from the movie Spirit the Wild Horse?"
You see, I have not seen Spirit the Wild Horse, so I
Who
don't
has
know.
seen that movie?
I don't know. I'd bring Salt in here for like 2 words before kicking him, but he's not in the voice chat right now.
Yeah, it seems everyone's wised up and left the general voice chat, so it's just us. We unfortunately have to provide content for our own show ourselves.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Just in general, if I was feeding a wild horse fruit, I don't know. I mean, they seem to be pretty chill with apples, so like, give them a good apple. Yeah.
You know what that means, Mint?
What does that mean, Val?
It means you've fallen for Spirit the Wild Horse's subtle trap. It is too late for you. You've already fed it. You are already bonding with it. Meanwhile, I know the truth. Spirit the Wild Horse? You know what a spirit is? A ghost. The only thing you gotta feed a horse named Spirit is the business end of a Poltergeist 3000. Bustin' makes me feel good, Marblemint.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, Legend Finder actually just dropped a new question. Want to check it out?
Yes, what is the new question?
Legend Finder asks, "What controversial food opinions do you have?"
It's almost like he's in this VC.
I don't think any of my food opinions are controversial. I'm kind of a food trendsetter.
Brussels sprouts are pretty great.
Okay, yeah, that's a terrible take.
What do you mean? It's if you like. I mean, I can't do this anymore because I'm allergic to dairy now. But like, if you like roast them up on a pan in the oven with like pine nuts and Parmesan cheese, it's so good.
Imagine not only eating Brussels sprouts, but being like, I'm going to take a significant portion of my day and set it aside for the Brussels sprouts. I'm going to go to the store, purchase Brussels sprouts, take them back, and then meticulously add, what was it, pine nuts and what?
Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan cheese. Ooh, I'm going to go to Mariano's and get some Parmesan cheese and then sprinkle it on my Brussels sprouts that I purchased with my own money. And then I'm going to have that as a meal.
I feel
Is that you?
insulted. Yes, it is me, but I'm also sad now.
Well, you were sad the moment you put the Brussels sprout in your shopping cart.
Okay, actually,
This is just like the delivery on a chain of events of fate stemming from the moment you decided that you wanted to prepare Brussels sprouts and that was what you were going to do that day.
you know what's probably one of the best vegetables?
What is one of the best vegetables?
Romanesco. Most people haven't heard of it, but it's great. It's like the weird kind of broccoli-ish stuff that has like all this that has the spirals on it and stuff. It's just so cool. You're eating fractals, and
Oh.
it makes you feel fancy, and it also tastes very good. Like it's kind of in the middle ground between broccoli and cauliflower, which are two very good vegetables.
So I think I get it. So Romanesco it's what's called?
Yeah.
So that's what people call broccoli when they don't want to admit that they're eating broccoli and want to sound like they're eating something fancier.
No, I thought you were meant to compliment me for once, but no, you just tear apart my Romanesco and also my argument.
Okay, for real though, it does sound pretty good. I will admit that I like cauliflower.
Yeah, I mean, cauliflower is kind of love it or hate it among most people.
You know how like parents are like, "Oh, look, eat your tiny trees," and then like hand people a broccoli?
Yeah.
I eat cauliflower because, and don't let this get out, even though this is a public podcast. I eat cauliflower because it makes me feel like a god to eat clouds.
Oh, well, I was thinking just like trees in winter, but yeah, that works too.
That's way cooler.
Yeah, it just got snow all over 'em.
Man, you know, if I'd thought of them as trees in winter, maybe I wouldn't have them like with cotton balls.
You eat cotton balls.
Yeah, with cauliflower. I told you I like eating clouds. I like feeling like a god. That's my controversial food opinion. Next!
Okay. Gosh, there are a lot of food questions. I mean, I guess
I mean, I did say, like, didn't I give, like, what's your favorite food as, like, an example of a question?
I think you did, although nobody
Maybe people are just hungry.
nobody segued off my how loud is the howling abyss howling. Like, dang.
I mean, we already know. It's howling at, like, 50 decibels. I don't know what a decibel is. Is that loud?
Not really. It's like
It's howling at
talking voice.
500 decibels.
Oh no. But yeah,
It's
segueing off.
howling at 5,000. Sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah, but yeah, segueing off the other food things. Kit asks, "What is your favorite type of cuisine and why?"
That's a fancy question. I don't know if I'm fancy enough for that fancy question.
I can go first.
Okay.
I'd say probably like Japanese, honestly, because I mean it's partially my dairy allergy. But like Japanese food in general just like does not have milk in it, and raw fish is just great. Sushi, I'm always up for, or like yakisoba or ramen. Like there's just so many options among that culture that are all good.
That's fair. I wish I weren't a coward. I wish I could try sushi, but I'm just like raw fish. I imagine the raw fish. I see a little fish saying, "Hey, you want to like eat me without cooking me first?" And I can't do it.
Hey kid, want to take a bite?
Please go back to singing songs to like mermaids about a voice or whatever. Never saw the movie. Hope it's good. Uh, for me, I guess my favorite cuisine is are pierogies Polish?
Polish, Russian, some Ukraine. They're somewhere in that region. I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but yeah, I do not know.
Okay, if pushkis are Polish and pierogies are Polish, then that's my favorite cuisine.
I guess that's fair. Although going off like two foods.
Well, I am very, very faintly part Polish. Like my great great grandma, I think, like used to live in Poland, and I'm just Polish enough to feel like confident buying pierogies when I go grocery shopping.
Yeah, I'm mostly Irish, and our cuisine is like it's a lot of potatoes. Um,
Yeah.
like if you think of famous dishes from Ireland, you got shepherd's pie, that's like beef and potatoes. You got colcannon, that's potatoes with like bacon and cabbage and stuff. I mean, those are both very good dishes, but they're also both potatoes.
Yeah.
It's crazy how dependent they were, where like a potato shortage like wiped out half the population.
I mean, if there were a shortage of rolled gold tiny twist cheddar flavored, I would probably die on the spot.
Wait, cheddar flavored pretzels?
Rolled gold tiny twist cheddar flavored. I've been talking about them for years. They're my favorite snack. We're actually sponsored by Rolled Gold today, and you can
Yes.
purchase Rolled Gold tiny twist cheddar flavored at your local supermarket.
I mean, honestly, the plain ones are better. Like, if you're gonna have cheese with your pretzels, like dip it in some nice pimento cheese dip.
What?
Yeah,
That the pretzels they come with cheese that's already really good, so you don't have to do that. You don't have to like get some pimento cheese dip. Like, I wish my snack were a little less dry. I wish I could just dip it in like some liquid and then have it. Why would you do that when they have cheese pretzels that are perfectly delicious?
I'm questioning the quality of the cheese part of the pretzels. Like, it's like when you have ranch flavored chips. Like, it's
It's
not.
not like when you have ranch flavored chips. The difference is that ranch is gross and cheese is delicious.
Yeah, ranch is pretty gross.
Well, so what why would you want to dip your pretzels? That's so much effort.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't really try it for myself, so I guess I'll have to go off your opinion. Sure.
Oh, right. You have a dairy allergy. You can't even try dipping the pretzels in the cheese. That bad take just came out of nowhere.
What do you mean? No, that the dairy allergy came up like 3 years ago. I was still able to eat stuff before then.
So,
I've had
okay, let me get this
experience.
straight. This is a day in the life Marblemint 3 years ago. I wake up. I'm like, I'm hungry. I go to the store. I purchase some Brussels sprouts. While I'm there, I purchase some pretzels, the plain kind, and also some cheese dip. Then I go home. I prepare the Brussels sprouts. That's going to make a good lunch. While I'm waiting for them to be ready, I snack on my pretzels. But no, I don't just eat them out of the bag. I don't just put them in the bowl. I put them in a bowl. I get some cheese dip, and then I slather the pretzels in like liquid cheese and then eat them so that they're way more messy. And then I go have my Brussels sprouts with peanuts and like more cheese.
I was honestly like a cheese addict before I got the allergy.
But
It
not
was
enough
kind
to
of
get your
sad.
pretzels with your cheese.
What?
Your cheese with your pretzels, rather.
Sure. All right.
I think we should probably come up with a prompt soon.
We should probably come up with a prompt. We've been going for what, like 25 minutes? This is great.
I'm sure everyone is willing to hear us like talk about cheese pretzels forever, but right, like we do need a prompt. This is still a TWOW. We still have an audience of, may I remind you, like 30 people listening to this right now. Like they're all staring at your name. This is your TWOW. It's your responsibility. They don't even know which Val I am. But like they're asking you, Marblement, what is the prompt for round 1 of your new TWOW? Is it going to follow up to Paper TWOW properly? The onus is on you.
I was actually going to ask you if you had any ideas from the previous questions.
I actually did.
Okay, what's the idea?
So I don't know how to put it into words yet, but remember when we like, I can't believe this is still from the same episode. Remember when we invited Mr. Dell on? That felt like forever ago.
It did. Yeah.
So we had Mr. Dell on the show. That was just because he happened to be there. But like people are in like the listener questions clamoring to be on our show. People are like, "Hey, can I be on your show?" Question, interview. That's from Azimuthal. I'm gonna say that wrong. We have like friggin' like question, can you interview me? That's Navy. We have question, will you be accepting guest voice actors? That's Mr. Dell again. Are y'all accepting confessionals? That's Ask. People want to be a part of this. And you know what that reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
That reminds me of the people who like they see a newscast and they like pop up and they're like, look at me, I'm part of the newscast, haha, and then they do like a silly dance and they get like chased out of there.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could do a prompt about like how you can like what's the fastest way to get on national TV or something like that.
Ooh, okay, I like that. Yeah, I guess that works.
Like with that wording, or how do you want to word it?
I mean, I guess fastest would work. There's options like what's the most viral way to do it.
Yeah, but it's one of those like it's like this whole genre of like least possible effort to do funny thing prompts. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Are we allowing the contestants to commit crime to achieve these goals?
Why would like all crimes are legal in Podcast 12?
Are they really all legal in Podcast 12?
Every single crime. Tax evasion, go for it.
I mean, tax evasion is just fine altogether. Tax evasion is not a crime.
We at Podcast
Everything
12
else, though,
endorse not paying your taxes. We in Podcast 12, I, Marblement, endorse committing all crimes.
and Val, I don't have anything for this joke. But yeah, I guess that works. So
Okay, we gotta do an example response.
what?
We gotta do an example
response
response right now. Go. Okay, so we got what the prompt is like, what's the fastest way to get on national TV? Example, we're going based on crimes, like something about dig a hole where the newscasters are and then pop up and make that 10 words. Go. Okay.
Break into a studio from underground, causing immediate live disaster. That's 10 words. It's a
That's
bad
10 words.
response, but I came up with it in 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's our example. That's our example thing. So it's the prompt for this round is going to be, what's the fastest way to get on national TV? And the example, can you say that again?
I already forget it. You can just like back up 20 seconds.
Okay.
But yeah, so y'all are going to have until a week from now, or July 22nd, 2020 at 5 p.m. Pacific.
We're publishing this in 2 days?
Publishing this in 2 days.
What do you gotta edit it? Does it really take 2 days to edit?
No, we said in the first episode, we're putting this out on the 15th. I do not know what you're talking about.
I thought we decided to go ahead of schedule because we were just feeling so good about this.
No, I just didn't want to record this on Wednesday and have to edit it on Wednesday to release it on Wednesday.
Where's your speedrunner spirit, Mint?
I'm tired.
Go back to sleep.
Cool.
We gotta have a funny ending to the show.
We gotta have a funny ending.
I mean, everyone's already stopped listening. They already heard the prompt. They're like, we're done. We're out of here. We're responding.
I don't know. I don't see any DMs from anybody except for heckin' Craig.
Oh, do they know about Craig? We should tell them about Craig.
Oh, yes. Okay. What do we say about Craig?
Craig is the little man in your head that tells you how to make a podcast. He speaks to you and he says that you need to be funny, and you need to be smart and witty, and you need to be long-winded. Craig is the man that you see when you think, who is the podcast man?
He also says,
Now recording.
whenever you bring him into a channel.
Wait, was that you, or was that an audio clip?
That was me.
Because that sounded exactly like Craig.
Oh, dang. But yeah, Craig's one of the homies. He's chill.
Oh, one more thing before we go. I totally forgot to mention this. I just realized that I can be the ultimate supervillain in this podcast, and you just got to deal with it. So to end this
already
episode,
was happening.
what? No, but okay, here we are. To end this episode, I can give you a choice. The most villainy thing I can do is give you a choice where neither option is beneficial, right? So
Yeah.
So Craig records all the different users as separate streams, right?
Yep.
And you're gonna put this on YouTube, right?
I'm gonna put this on YouTube.
Okay, so you have two choices. Either remove the copyrighted song that is now playing and have everyone be confused as to what's going on, or keep it and get your channel taken down forever. What are you gonna do,
This is
Marblemint?
Mint making
What
a
are you
shitty
gonna do?
rendition of Take On Me by Aha in post.
Exclamation point. Fuck off.
That is a valid solution. Do you think they're gonna pick up on that like few seconds of Aha Take On Me official 4K music video?
They probably will. I'll just edit it out anyways.
Well, yeah, but then no one will know. No one will know exactly
What
what
do you
it
mean?
sounded like.
People will get the bit.
It's like
Actually,
it
no,
was
they
never
will,
there.
because you said Take On Me 4K.
How do they know that that's what I really played?
I can take a screenshot.
No, but this is a podcast. No one will see it, Mint.
I don't know. We'll just have to wait. Until next time, thank you all for tuning in. Sorry if this episode was a lot longer than it should have been. But we had fun. We hope you have fun listening.
Yeah, we're still
Yeah.
feeling stuff out. We're figuring out the length. Let us know what you think. Talk to us in like podcast suggestions is the right channel about like is the length good? Is there something you want to see more or less of? This is totally experimental. We're gonna figure this out as we go along, and we appreciate you like sticking with us and helping us out as we do it. And we really look forward to seeing all your responses to this prompt.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited that we have so many people that are interested in this so far, and I can't wait to see what you all come up with. So, goodbye for now.
Thank you, Mint. You've been a very good co-host.
Yay.
And until next time, see y'all.
All right, yep, and good luck.